With barely 10 days left for the Lok Sabha elections, the ruling National People's Party is leaving no stone unturned to reach out to the last voter in Meghalaya. State Chief Minister Conrad Sangma last evening was in Dalu, which is situated along the Indo Bangladesh border in West Garo Hills for an election meeting. The Chief Minister was campaigning for NPP's Tura candidate Agatha Sangma. Situated around 50 kilometers from Tura, Dalu witnessed a historical event on the 25th of May 1971 when hundreds of Pakistani soldiers launched an attack on the Dalu outpost. The border security force, numbering a few, valiantly fought hand-to-hand with the Pakistani army, in which 9 BSF personnel were martyred. During his address, CM Sangma called upon supporters of NPP and the BJP to come together and ensure that NPP candidate Agatha Sangma wins. Meanwhile, Northeast Live Chief of Bureau 𝗟𝗏𝗪𝗚 spoke exclusively to Sangma on the NPP's poll preparations. Let's listen in.
We are joined in by Meghalaya Chief Minister as well as NPP National President Mr. Conrad Sangma. Well, it has been hectic election campaigning, Arunachal, Garo Hills, Jayanta Hills, 𝗂𝗏𝗄𝗵𝗵 Hills. So how different is this general election 2024 is for you?
It is quite different, in fact, because maybe for the first time, though we have always been NDA partners, we have seen that there is a very strong understanding among the NDA partners, which is a really wonderful thing. And we have seen that whether it's in Nagaland, in Manipur, Arunachal, and of course in Meghalaya, and even all the way to Tripura, we have seen that there is a good coordination within the NDA, and a sense of teamwork and support is there. Of course, challenges will always be there, and we have to work hard. I always maintain that election is always a tough election. But we are seeing a very positive response from the people, and I'm sure that in the Lok Sabha elections this time, especially in the Northeast, we will see a very positive response from the people for all the NDA candidates. So I hope and I wish them all the very best, and we hope they will come out with maximum numbers.
So you have been touring length and breadth of Meghalaya, specifically speaking about both the seats. How do you see the mood?
Mood is very positive, and I have been through many elections in my political journey, and I've seen this election, especially MP election, and especially in 𝗂𝗏𝗄𝗏 Jayanta Hills, for the first time NPP is contesting there. There's a very strong sense of determination among the people, especially our leaders, our candidates, and they're working very, very hard to win the elections. I have myself campaigned there very, very aggressively, and the same kind of an energy we are seeing even in Garo Hills, because while I campaign here, Agatha is campaigning somewhere else. Mr. Thomas and other leaders of the party, Mr. Marcus and other leaders are campaigning in different locations. So it's a very positive environment, and again, I'm very sure that NPP will come victorious and the NDA candidate will win in both the seats in Meghalaya.
So how do you see your opponents? One is the sitting MP in the Shillong seat, that's Congress 𝗟𝗏𝗵𝗵, and here it's the brother of former Chief Minister Mukul Sangma, Zenith Sangma. So
Yeah,
will it be a factor?
No, obviously, I have again mentioned to you in many other interviews I've had with you that no election can be taken easy, no election can be taken lightly. As a candidate, as a party, it is our duty to take every single person contesting against us seriously and leave no stone unturned during our campaign trail to ensure that we garner maximum support for our candidature. So I don't take anybody lightly. All elections are tough. We are working very hard. But as I said, we are getting great response from the people in the grassroots level. So I'm very confident that in spite of the challenges and the difficulties and the strong opposition's candidates that are there, we will come out victorious in this election.
So you are confident in both the seats?
Absolutely. We are very confident that we will win both the seats of Shillong and Tura both.
Now moving to Arunachal Pradesh, though there is an NDA alliance everywhere, but in Arunachal Pradesh you decided to field candidates in the assembly elections. 22 candidates you have fielded.
So that's why I have maintained that this Lok Sabha MP election is where we had an understanding. Local elections are always tough because there are a lot of local factors, local constituency issues, local leadership, multiple candidates that contest. And hence it is not always easy to come to an understanding for pre-polls, especially in the northeast states. And hence we have not yet managed to go that far. But as I said, it's a good start where we are now working as a team when it comes to the Lok Sabha. But yes, being a party that has national aspirations in the sense that we are a national party and we have to work towards building our party and maintaining our strength in different states, there is a need for us to contest different elections in different states, and that's what we've been doing. And I'm sure that even in Arunachal this time in the MLA election, we will get large number of seats. But for the MP, we are very clear that in Arunachal also, we are supporting the BJP candidates. And I urge all the people who are supporters also that keep the NDA team spirit alive and that we should support, even though we're contesting in the MLAs separately. For the MP, we should support the NDA candidature.
So out of the 22 contesting candidates, what is your target or what is your expectation?
It's always difficult to say how the elections will go, especially in places like Arunachal Pradesh and Northeast, and smaller constituencies are always difficult to assess. But we are confident that this time our numbers should go up. We should be able to double our numbers of what we got last time, is what my hope and expectation is. But again, as I said, it's our small constituencies. Few hundred votes here and there can make a big difference. And so we will have to see, but we are confident that we will definitely increase our tally compared to last time.
Well, in Arunachal Pradesh, we have seen that many of the candidates from the BJP have gone unopposed. The CM, the Deputy CM, everybody has got unopposed. They have won. So is this a healthy sign of democracy?
It's difficult to say. These are, again, as I said, very specific constituencies, smaller constituencies. One could see that in one way, if you look at it, there could be a sense of a lot of satisfaction in the work that has been done. So it could be many reasons why it has gone uncontested. Difficult to compare and give comments on it. But it's good for the candidates. They are through even without the contest. But of course, from the democracy point of view, it's always healthy to have a competition at all levels. But it's good, as I said. I wish them luck in the sense that it's good. They can now work for other candidates, and they're very lucky that they don't have anybody to contest against them.
So one controversial question. When you were in Arunachal Pradesh, a car trailing your convoy, in that 1 crore rupees was seized.
Yeah.
So what is your stand on it?
No, we are very clear. We have also made a press statement that NPP has nothing to do with that cash. Number one, when I was there, my car was thoroughly checked. All the vehicles in my convoy were thoroughly checked. In fact, to the extent that they even took out the tires of some of my vehicles to see whether there's anything in the tires also, which I found very awkward. So we were there quite some time while they were looking at our vehicles and checking, cross-checking, and no irregularities were found. And then after we left, then this particular incident happened. Some vehicle was there. And then they linked that to us and made this thing. We only heard about it in the press later on that this kind of thing had happened. So we have very categorically we have mentioned that we have nothing to do. As far as my knowledge goes, this particular company, because of festive seasons, they had some work that was already construction work going on in that part of the region, and it's a normal route that they follow, is what I was told. And I'm told that all different agencies, including income tax and others, have also maybe questioned them. This is what the officials later on had informed me. So that's between them and the officials concerned, between the individual or whatever the organization and the election concerned, the election commission and the other officials concerned. But we are very clear, as I said, we were thoroughly checked and all the necessary procedures were followed. They didn't spare us. As I said, they even took out our tires and checked everything. So after such a strict thing, when no irregularities were found, we were very clear and we left. And only after we left, this thing happened, and later on we came to know that this was found. And but again, they have mentioned that it is meant for their business work. So that's all I have to say about that.
So you're advocating that not only NPP, there should not be any muscle power, money power involved by any political organization.
Obviously, that's what we desire to do. Of course, expenditures are there for all elections. No party can function without expenditure. Funds are required, but it should be done in a transparent manner. It should be done in a controlled manner. for purposes meant for the logistical movement and the necessary expenditures that are required. So I think norms are important, transparency is important. Government has been trying, Election Commission has been trying to come up with reforms, but there have been hurdles by different rulings of the court that have come out. So those challenges will come, but I do hope that as we move along, we will see more reforms that take place and we'll be able to see more transparency in the overall election system.
So one last question, till 19, what is going to be your schedule?
It's going to be like this every day. So I've been campaigning every day in different parts of the state and different part of Garo Hills and Northeast region. So this will continue. But this is how it is. Election is an important time for us. So we are happy doing this. Today, I've covered hundreds of kilometers, gone to very interior locations, covered more than 3 constituencies today in one day itself. And these people here, in fact, have been waiting for almost 3 hours for me. So I'm very thankful to them. And so, yeah, it'll be a busy schedule for me.
Thank you very much, sir. That was Meghalaya Chief Minister and NPP National President Conrad Sangma speaking exclusively to Northeast Live. Reporting from Dalu with camera person 𝗟𝗏𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗵, this is 𝗟𝗏𝗵𝗏𝗧 for Northeast Live.